It gives me a great pleasure to be the host at this year's 2-day SOUH-WEST ZONAL public hearing on the review of the Revenue Allocation Formula organized by the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission, RMAFC. I commend the chairman and members of this great commission for taking this bold step, which I believe will result in a fundamental alteration of the current revenue sharing formula. We believe that it will truly reflect fair and equitable justice, and it will take a full consideration and specifically look at more pragmatic fiscal context of subnational governments in our federation. Since the agitation for a reconsideration of the current revenue sharing formula began, this forum designed to give all stakeholders the opportunity to express their views promises to be most encouraging response so far by the Commission. It is therefore a most welcome development. We will all expect that it will guide the Commission in effectively and justly discharging its constitutional responsibility. As you well understand, the best way to guarantee national progress and development is by paying attention to subnational development, because the national is a summation and a reflection of what happens at the subnational and at our various local governments. Ladies and gentlemen, Lagos State will also be using this opportunity to renew our call for our state to be accorded a special status in recognition of a huge financial commitment to infrastructure and provision of basic amenities for the increasing population of its residents, as well as its prominent contribution to the national coffers. This call, therefore, which is being echoed at different fora and at various levels, tiers of government, cannot be overemphasized, especially against the backdrop that the current economic situation in the country, the aftermath of a COVID-19 pandemic that we're all seeing, and where Lagos continued to remain the epicenter, the very unfortunate NSAS protests that also happened last year, all still having huge impact on Lagos. It would be totally unfair, therefore, for Lagos to be left alone to bear these huge expenses without assistance from the center. I also mentioned the COVID-19 pandemic is another issue that has once again justified the need for Lagos to be accorded prevalence of a special status. Lagos continued to remain the epicenter of the pandemic, and it was also the same epicenter during the Ebola crisis that we all witnessed several years ago. On security, Lagos continued to carry a heavy blow and a heavy budget on provision of security of life and property, because Lagos continued to remain the international entry for our country, and it continues to remain the international corridor even for the waterways. So there's a large concentration of both the diplomatic corps and businesses that have one or two responsibility in Lagos. And so Lagos continues to bear the brunt of providing huge security, provisions for all of its citizens, and continue to keep them safe and well where they're in our country. The call for Lagos and other states is not a selfish one. It is in the best interest of our country and the entire nation. It is also in the best interest for our teeming population, where Lagos accounts for over 20% of the population and a sizable number of the GDP growth in this country. We believe that at the end of this exercise, all of us will agree and will come to the realization that the exercise that RMAFC has brought forward is so important, is so apt, that we will see a better conversation that will put the country in a better revenue formula allocation. Thank you very much, and I do hope that the next 2 days will be very fruitful and useful to all.